All right, let's dive into a piece of wisdom that's probably going to flip your whole idea of progress right on its head. It's a concept that says, hey, the way forward isn't about always being right. It's about getting real honest about where we're wrong.
So, this ancient Arab proverb is our jumping off point. And I get it. At first glance, it seems totally backwards, right? Almost like giving up. But just hang with me here, because it holds this profound secret about how we actually learn and grow and, find our way in this messy world.
So, yeah, that's the big question we're going to unpack. Why on earth would we choose a mistake we know about over a truth we don't? Well, to answer that first, we have to really look at the biggest thing standing in our way. And that big obstacle, according to thinkers like Robert Greene, is our own ego. You know the one. It's that part of us that just loves being right, gets super defensive, and more often than not, stands smack in the middle of our own path to getting better. This is really the heart of the problem, isn't it? We get so attached to our beliefs, so fused with them, that we literally can't see our own mistakes. We totally forget that even the greatest ideas in history are eventually updated or proven wrong. So, when someone challenges our idea, it feels like they're attacking us. So, the crucial point is this: knowledge is always on the move, always evolving. But our ego, man, it tricks us into standing still, trying to defend some piece of ground that might already be ancient history. We just have to accept that we're always going to be students of reality, never its master. And this just brilliantly nails the proverb's wisdom. See, admitting a mistake takes humility, and that humility, that's the starting line for real wisdom. On the other hand, clinging to some truth we haven't even examined just out of pride, that keeps us looking good, but we're basically choosing to be blind. Okay, so if our ego and all its baggage is the problem, the solution isn't trying to cram more facts into our heads. Nope, it's about making more room. The way forward is all about subtraction, not addition. The poet Rumi had this absolutely beautiful way of putting it. It's about letting go of all those rigid habits and hard-headed opinions, and the fixed ideas we have about who we are. It's about melting away to let something new take shape. And then you've got Bruce Lee, who used a similar, just super powerful metaphor. He famously said, to be like water, to empty your cup so that it can actually be filled. It's all about becoming fluid and adaptable, instead of being hard, brittle, and just waiting to break. But let's be really clear about this. Emptying yourself doesn't mean becoming a nobody or a blank slate. Not at all. It means you become available. Available to what the world is trying to teach you, available to other people, and available to truths that are way bigger than your own little perspective. Now, here's a really important catch. Emptying your cup doesn't mean you become weak or just go with the flow on everything. Actually, to do it right, it takes a ton of inner strength. You've got to build a strong vessel to hold that emptiness. I mean, the philosopher Aristotle knew this thousands of years ago. Real freedom doesn't come from having no rules. It comes from the character and the strength you build through self-discipline. Think of it like this. Discipline is what forges a stronger cup. You see modern guys like Wim Hof teaching this all the time. By intentionally putting ourselves in uncomfortable situations, we make our minds stronger. That way, when we do let go of our ego, we don't just collapse, we stand firm. Okay, now what's so cool about this slide is how it shows you the kind of balanced, almost paradoxical state this creates. You become this amazing blend of opposites. Calm but totally alert, relaxed but always ready, humble but deeply confident. You're so strong you don't feel the need to prove it to anyone. The legendary basketball coach John Wooden captured this state of calm effectiveness perfectly with this one little phrase. It's about moving with purpose and skill, but without all that frantic, anxious energy that just leads to mistakes. All right, so how do we actually do this stuff? How do we live this out? Well, the answer is super practical, and to be honest, it's a little boring. It's not about some grand, heroic gesture. As Mark Twain so brilliantly put it, the real secret is just to begin. It's about breaking down these huge, overwhelming goals into tiny, manageable steps, and then just taking that first one. That's it. This completely redefines success for us, doesn't it? It's not some lightning strike from the heavens. It's the slow, steady, and often totally invisible pileup of daily work. It's just about showing up, day in and day out. And this is true at every single level.
I mean, look at one of the most gifted athletes in history, Lionel Messi. He says his goal isn't to be the greatest of all time. It's simply to get better. He's obsessed with the process, not the flashy final result.
And all this, facing our mistakes, emptying the ego, that daily discipline, it all leads us to the ultimate payoff. And here's the kicker. It has almost nothing to do with what you achieve on the outside. The real prize is internal.
Let me share a quick little story from the writer Anthony DeMello that just ties this all together perfectly. So a disciple dreams he's finally made it to paradise. He's thrilled, but then he looks around and he's stunned to see his master and all the other disciples just meditating, exactly like they did back on Earth.
So the disciple is just confused. He's disappointed. He was expecting, I don't know, something more. He cries out, "Is this it? Is this the only reward for a lifetime of hard work?"
And this is it. This is the big reveal. A voice in the dream corrects him. You think those meditators are in paradise? Oh no, it's the other way around. Paradise is in the meditators. We don't wait for our life to be perfect to find peace. We bring our peace into our lives.
So at the end of the day, the quality of our lives is really determined by the inner state we build, little by little, every day. Acknowledging that we are always beginners isn't a problem we need to solve. It turns out that's the whole point. So the only question left is the one you see right here. What is the one known mistake you're ready to face?